I will look for your letter. When it comes in the mail, I will write back. And depending on how much time I have that day, either I will write you a letter and just mail it to Taiwan, or more likely, because I may not have a lot of time, I might write you a handwritten letter and just scan it and send you the scan, because that way you get it much more quickly, and I save all that postage.
So you mean that you are going to email me later and then to tell me?
Yeah, in other words, it could be, if you write me by hand, you can save yourself a lot of money, and I can save myself a lot of money if you want to write a handwritten letter, and instead of putting it in the mail and waiting all that time and spending all the money just to send a letter from Taiwan to the USA, and then I spend all that money sending one back, you could always write a letter, make a scan of it, and then, send me the scan. And I will tell you the best way if you're doing that is to send the scan, attached to a text message, because I will tell you, I have 3 email accounts. And I always read my messages before I read email. So that way you'll get to me faster. My email accounts are like for specific things, like, one is for the contest and one is for something else that I do. So this way, I would be able to see it with your handwriting and everything if you wanted to write to me. And you could see my handwriting, which is certainly not as fancy as yours. And that way we would both save each other money and time. How about that?
Okay.
If you wanted to write to me.
Okay.
And that way you don't have to worry, I do that with a lot of my friends if they live far off, but if they want to see something handwritten.
You told me that yesterday.
You don't have to spend all the money and have to wait for weeks and weeks just to see if I got your letter and I'm writing you back. Now, I will tell you, I don't usually write to people too much if I got to know them through the content, because I don't want to look like I'm playing favorites, but if you take the trouble to write to me, I'll write you back once, but it's probably going to be a scam. And I will tell you, I do not, do the very elaborate styles that you do. I am probably a bit better at judging handwriting than producing them, although people have been nice enough to say that my handwriting is very nice.
Wow.
But as I tell people, well, you don't have to be really beautiful to judge a beauty contest. So you don't have to be a perfect handwriter to find a perfect handwriter or a very good one. I want to tell you, you are very good, and you've probably seen that some other people who entered and won are very good in their own different ways. In fact, if you want to hear a funny story, 2 of our winners this year, one grown man and one teenager, so who's a little older than you, actually had handwriting in their styles that was so
I know
good
who that person is.
Our youngest judge actually thought that those 2 people had just sent in a font, and I had to tell her, well, it isn't, and I had to show her, how to tell if something is a font or really, really good handwriting. So it came in handy because there was another person a bit older than you who actually did send in a font. He typed something in a cursive font, and, he typed the front and he typed the back in the font, and I had to write back to him. After the contest was all judged, I wrote back to that individual and said, dear sir, you didn't win, and here's why. We know what you did, and we can prove it because I have the same font, and I typed out just what you put in that font.
Thank
and you. Can prove it yourself. That's to say he was so mad. Yeah.
Thanks for Okay, I want to thank you for putting my video onto that website, because then everyone will see it, and then I can tell it to my friends at school.
We will do that as soon as we can. We do want, because we're always happy when people volunteer to send us things,
I know.
We were doing now, but, we are both very, very tired. We have a lot to do because, we'll probably get to it, tomorrow night or Sunday, but we aim to get to it during the weekend. Keep in mind, if we do it Sunday, it might already be Monday where you are, but we will do it. It's just, we have to go through all the mail, because, we were out of town for a few days. We were out of town for some days, so we had the post office hold the mail until the day after we come back. So then you have to obviously go through all the, regular business type of stuff. But I sent my husband, I actually texted my husband while we were waiting on the train, and I said, here's Jenny Lynn's video, and here's, her photography. And you have to make sure that we put this back, that we put this onto the website, I mean. So don't worry, it's going to be there because we were, both of us, and I think every judge was very impressed.
And you will be impressed too.
Yeah, I would like people to be a lot impressed. And of course, once it's up there, you'll be able to show it to, your friends and people at your school, and you'll be able to, show the newspapers and the TV stations and the, radio and
by the way,
Facebook or whatever.
I'm not showing it to some of the babies at my school. You know what I mean? Some of the people in my school,
there are people you don't want to show it to, but
they act like babies.
Yeah, there are people who wouldn't know, they wouldn't care, but you could show it to your teachers and you could show it to the principal, right?
True. Anyway, my principal likes my writing.
I want to know because it makes their school look good. They, most teachers and school administrators love to know if someone at the school did something really special or
the very funny thing. Okay, can I tell you the very stupid thing that I don't want to show to my classmates in my class? Some of them are babies, you know what I mean? Okay, they are babies because they do things that babies do.
I know that there are just people who act like idiots.
Yes, I know what you mean.
You
mean what exactly I mean?
I was the most picked on person. And actually, one of the reasons I was picked on was actually because of handwriting. But mine was not good at the time. Mine was very, very bad. Mine was so bad that not only did the teachers pick on me, but they actually encouraged the other students to pick on me in hopes I would improve. But let's just say I was a grown woman before I was doing any writing that anyone would want to look at. That's all I'll say.
So I can give it to my friends at school and my principal and my teacher. Some of the teachers are at my school and some of them, I really like them, so I can give it to them.
Well, that's great. Okay, now I don't want to stand too long because, I talked with you for about 15 minutes, about roughly 12 hours ago, and it cost a lot to talk, by phone between the USA and Taiwan. But you called me, and I figured it was only the right thing to call back. But I have to get off because I don't want to have, some super big phone bill when I get my phone bill, at the end of this month, which is just a few days, okay?
Okay.
So I do have to get off right now. But I just wanted you to know, that I'm really impressed, and I was very touched that you took the time to call. It was just at a bad time, but you had no way of knowing that. And I do want to thank you very much for being there, and I hope that you will keep entering, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for this. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for talking to you.
Yeah. Bye. Nice talking
I'm
to you.
looking forward to see my video.